Hey guys! Welcome back. My name is Jonathan, and today is June 16th. Now, that may not mean a whole lot to you who is watching, but it means a lot to me. And the reason why that is today is my coming out anniversary. Yay! It's been a year since I came out publicly on all social media platforms except for YouTube. I just came out a few weeks ago on here, sorry. But I'm just so happy to report that this year has been probably the best one of my entire life, and I'm just really grateful for all the friends and family that I have in my life who have supported me and have loved me through all the things that I've gone through with some other people in my life or no longer in my life. And just being able to stand up for myself and be proud of who I am, and yeah. So today we have something very extra for you. So today I said that I was going to do a Q&A, and so I've been getting a lot of questions from my friends, from my family members, and it's been really cool to see all the different things that people want to know about my journey, about other people in their lives and their journeys. It's really cool, to do this and to be hopefully helpful in the research and the understanding of not only bisexuality, but just the LGBTQ plus community in general, but also being a Christian. So, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Make sure you guys give it a like right now. Give it a thumbs up if you're on YouTube. If you're watching elsewhere, go on YouTube and like it, subscribe, share with all your family and friends. So before I get into any of the questions and any of the answers that I'm going to be giving to you guys today, I just want to let you know that I am still on a journey to learning so much more about myself, so much more about my identities, who I am as a person, and my relationship with God. And so I don't want you to think that anything that I say today is end all, be it all, or whatever that phrase is, kind of answer. I want you guys to know that I have done a lot of research myself on these topics and these connections, but I'm also still learning. And I hope that you are too. I don't want you to come to this video thinking, oh, I'm gonna find something that Jonathan is wrong on, or I'm gonna not agree with anything. I've heard a lot of people say stuff like, I don't know if I'm gonna agree with anything that you're gonna say in this video. It's not about agreeing. It's about listening and about understanding other people's experiences outside of being a straight, cisgendered person. Whether you're white or black or Latino or Asian or whatever. Okay? Doesn't matter what your background is. The point of this is to listen and to understand those who are not like you. So, I have all the questions here on my phone screenshotted from conversations that I've had with some of my friends, some of my family members, other people who I don't even know. It's really cool to just see, how many questions were asked and how similarly they are in nature. And so I think that it's a really cool idea to do this, because I think that a lot of people, they have the same questions that everybody else does, and they're scared to ask them, or they hope somebody else asks. But it's really cool, that people are, just asking. And without further ado, let's just get to it. So I got a really good question from one of my friends, and this friend asked me, first of all, what made you decide to do this? So I think I just said that kind of back there in saying that I wanted to offer an opportunity to talk about these subjects openly, freely, and from the perspective of somebody who actually has to go through it and deal with it every day. I hear a lot of straight people, and this is just me contextually speaking about the church, I hear a lot of straight people talking about homosexuality or bisexuality or transgenderism or all the things that are in the LGBTQ plus community. And there's never anybody who actually is a part of the LGBTQ plus community talking about these things. It's always a panel of straight people. It's kind of like the thing that people talk about where, you see a lot of shows that represent a lot of minorities. For instance, if you're watching a black show or a black movie, what I mean by that is it's supposed to be about black people and like the culture and all this stuff, but it's produced by a white person, directed by a white person, casted by a white person, and it's not to say that white people can't do these things or straight people can't do these things, but you cannot speak on any experience that is not your own. I can't talk about what straight people go through or what white people go through or what Latino people go through or what Asians go through. I can't, because I'm not. And I think that's just the whole thing. So that's my answer. Another question that I got from a friend is, what is the best response when dealing with people in your life that are not supportive? This is a really hard question, and it's actually something that I haven't had a whole lot of experience with. I think it's really nice if you can try. I know it's so hard to say this, and I know it's so hard to it's even harder to do. But to try and still be patient and generous with that friend or that family member who isn't supportive of you. I think that people have the tendency to come around more than not. If they really love you and if they really want to be in your life and if they really want to accept you, I think if you show them an example of that, even more so, by keeping them around and trying to do your best to educate and to love them unconditionally, I think that could help a lot in the situation. But if the person is being abusive or if the person is being malicious, you should not have to stay in that relationship anymore. You should be able to get out somehow and hopefully find better people in your life to move forward with. That's the best advice that I could give, honestly, on that question. Another question that I got asked by someone is, when someone comes out to you, what are some good ways to respond and care for them? What are some responses to avoid? I love this question because I actually had some of the responses that I'm going to say right now said to me, and some of these responses were actually said to me by other people a part of the LGBTQ plus community, which doesn't make any sense. But I'll say what they are. Number one, don't tell people who come out to you that you knew it, especially if they're just coming out to you. This is something that has been one of the biggest pet peeves in my entire life. Nobody knew that I was bisexual. I think that a lot of people assumed that I was a part of the LGBTQ plus community because of whatever reasons. Maybe my mannerisms, or maybe how I said something, or my handwriting. I don't know. But nobody really knew that I was specifically bisexual. Does that make sense? I have had a few friends, and I mean like two. There were literally, I think, two friends that have specifically said to me that they think that I'm bisexual before I came out. And when I look at those friends and those conversations, I can almost honestly say that they knew. But everybody else, no. You still didn't know because I didn't tell you. And until I tell you, until anybody else tells you, that's when you can say that you know. So that's one to definitely avoid. Something else that I've heard, maybe not as often, but still frequent enough, is I have a friend who is gay or who is also bisexual or who I want to hook you up with because of this reason. I never even told you that I was looking for anyone. So to say that you're going to set me up with this person or whatever doesn't make sense to me because I didn't even specify that this is something that I want in my life. Does that make sense? Some good things though. Let's talk about some good things that you can say. I would say the responses that I've loved hearing way more than not are the ones that people have said that they really love me still and they don't see me any differently and that they really care about me and they want me to be happy and stuff like that. Just affirmation and knowing that the relationship that I have with you is not changed in any way because you know this one little yet very important fact about me means the world to me. It really does. Because I think that a lot of times people try to focus too much on, oh, like that's your sexuality, or oh, that's what you look like, or oh, whatever. And I don't think that that's really important to focus on. But it's important to note and acknowledge, but not to focus on. There's a difference. So, I hope that answers that question. Okay, I have another question that I want to answer, and it's a really, really, really deep question. So, bear with me. So my friend asked me, I feel like if I was to wear a shirt that says white and proud, I would be frowned upon, and I want to know why. Shouldn't I be just as proud of my skin color and sexuality as you? I'm obviously not racist or homophobic. I'm genuinely wondering, and I feel safe asking you. That's something else that I really love hearing from people, is that they feel really safe talking to me about these topics. And yeah, I just always want to be a safe person, whether that's for another LGBTQ plus community person who hasn't come out, or a straight person who wants to understand more about us. This is how I'm going to answer this question. Being black in the States has never been looked at as a good thing in this country, but being white has. Being straight in this country, in this world, has always been looked at in a good light. Anything differing from that has not. So when I wear a shirt that says black and proud, it's defying those odds that tell me that I shouldn't be happy that I'm not white or straight. If you've ever seen me, you've seen that I wear a pick in my hair and it has a fist on the end of it, right? Those actually date back to the civil rights movement when black people were being oppressed for how they dressed and how they wore their hair, and the hair pick was a symbol to take back beauty standards in the black community and say, I don't need to straighten my hair. I don't need to do this. I don't need to be this kind of person because I'm me. And I don't have to change myself because I'm beautiful and amazing the way that I am. And that's a big reason too why I wear that shirt. And so I hope that makes sense.